Hi, welcome to my next video on Organic Chemistry NCERT series. So, in this video we will be seeing introduction to the equilibrium chapter of the class 11 NCERT chemistry portions. Okay, let us see what is that. So, equilibrium it's basically it is you can say it is a process, or you can say it is a state of a reaction. So, suppose if you have a reactant going and forming products, if we consider a general reaction like this, now this is called as forward reaction. And this is called as backward reaction. So, when the reactant goes to form the product, we call that as forward reaction. When the product is broken down to form reactants, we call that as a backward reaction. Now, we define what is called as a rate of a reaction. So, we say ROR. So, rate we have studied in physics, that is displacement by time taken, but here we see that the rate of a reaction is given by the change in the concentration of the reactant with respect to time, or change in the concentration of the product with respect to time. So, that means if you take some 10 moles of reactants, how much reactants is converted to products, say after 2 minutes, that will be called as the rate of a reaction. Okay. So, we have two types of rate of reaction. One is called as the instantaneous rate, and another is called as average rate. Okay. So, we will see these two rates separately together. So, we put a minus sign here to indicate that the concentration of the reactant with the time decreases. We put a positive sign here to represent that with the time the concentration of the products increases. Okay. So, when you draw a graph of say the concentration of reactant with respect to time in the x-axis, you say that at 0 time you will have the maximum amount of concentration, and with the time the concentration of the reactant decreases and it reaches almost to the touching the x-axis. It will never become 0, but it will be almost touching the x-axis. Similarly, if you take the when you plot the product concentration of product with respect to time, at 0 time the product will not be formed before the start of the reaction. Once the reaction has started, more and more of reactants will be converted to products. Then with increasing time, the concentration of product will increase and it will become almost a plateau. Once all the reactants are exhausted, you will have the plateauing, almost a plateau. It is not exactly plateau, it is almost a plateau. So, you have maximum amount of product formation in certain amount of time here. So, now this rate means we have defined like this. We have two types of rate. Now, when we draw a graph, suppose if you take a point on this graph, and if you draw a tangent to this line, tangent to this point. So, at this point, if you take the concentration of the product or with respect to time, we will take this point, we take this as the instantaneous rate. At this given time, how much amount of product is converted or getting formed during the course of the reaction, we call that as an instantaneous rate. Now, instead, if you take 2 points on the graph like this, and if you can correlate this to the x-axis like this, you will have like this. So, this distance will be dt, change in the time. So, that will be T2 minus T1. Okay. Similarly, this will be the change in the concentration of the product, that is, so this will be P1. T1 will have P1, T2 will have P2. So, here the slope will be given by dy by dx, which is equal to dy is P2 minus P1. P2 minus P1 by dx is given by T2 minus T1. So, this we call it as the average rate of a reaction during the course of a reaction. So, these are the two types of rate. Now, let us come to equilibrium. What do we mean by equilibrium? So, equilibrium, I told you, it is a state or it is a process, we can say. Now, when the rate of the forward reaction, now you have the reactant going and forming products. Now, we represent the rate with a small k. When the rate of the forward reaction is equal to rate of the backward reaction, when k forward equal to k backward, we call this as an equilibrium process. That is, when the rate of conversion of reactant to product equals the rate of conversion of product to back to the reactants, when these two rates are equal, we call that as an equilibrium process. Now, equilibrium process KE is given by product divided by reactant, concentration of product divided by reactant. Okay, suppose if you take A moles of A plus B moles of B, which is getting converted to C moles of C plus D moles of D, then we write the equilibrium constant as I told you, equilibrium constant is given product by concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. So, concentration of product is C into D divided by concentration of reactant A into B. This will be raised to the stoichiometric coefficient like this. This will be raised to the stoichiometric coefficient like this. Okay. Now, we can define this equilibrium constant as a ratio between the two product concentration, product of the concentration of the products divided by product of the concentration of the reactants raised to the stoichiometric coefficient. Raised to the stoichiometric coefficient. For example, if you consider this equation, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. If you consider this compound, then we write the equilibrium constant K is equal to product by reactant. Product by reactant. So, what is product? Ammonia, NH3 raised to the power 2 divided by reactant N2, concentration of N2, concentration of H2 raised to the power 3. So, this will be the equilibrium constant expression for the formation of ammonia. Now, if you consider the backward reaction, so what will be the backward reaction? Backward reaction will be 2NH3 will be giving N2 plus 3H2. So, this will be the backward reaction. Now, if you write the equilibrium constant K backward, so you can write this as K forward or K backward. So, these two are equal, we write it as like this. So, K backward reaction. Now, this equilibrium constant for this will be again product by reactant. So, again product is N2, H2 raised to the power 3, this 3 will be here divided by ammonia raised to the power 2, So, this is the stoichiometric coefficient. So, when you compare, now this is the rate of forward reaction, this will be the rate of backward reaction. Now, if you compare these two, this is K forward, this is K backward. So, if you consider K forward, now you can see that these two are nothing but reciprocal of each other. So, K forward will be the reciprocal of K backward. That means, if you know the equilibrium constant expression value for this particular equation, then you will be the backward reaction you can give, it will be the reciprocal of the forward reaction. So, by knowing the equilibrium constant for the forward reaction, you can calculate the equilibrium constant for the backward reaction. Okay. Now, this is the first derivation, that one of the feature of the equilibrium constant. Suppose if you multiply this entire equation by a factor of 2, then what you will have? You will have 4NH3 giving 2N2 plus 6H2. Now, if you write the equilibrium constant for this, it will be product by reactants. So, what is product? Product is N2 square, H2 raised to the power 6 divided by NH3 raised to the power 4, NH3 raised to the power 4. Now, if you can split this reaction into two expression, namely you have N2 into H2 whole cube divided by NH3 whole square. Now, if you take the whole square of this, it will be N2 square H2 power 6 NH3 power 4 you will get, which means if you know the equilibrium constant for this equation, and if you multiply this entire equation by some integer multiple factor, then the new equilibrium constant k dash will be equal to k raised to the power n, k raised to the power n. So, if you multiply by 2, then you raise the power to the half. Suppose if you divide by 2, then it will be n will be equal to half, n will be equal to half. So, by seeing what is the integer that is being applied throughout this equation, you can find out. If you have the equilibrium constant for one expression, you can have the equilibrium constant for the other equation, you can easily get it. Okay. Now, the next one is